So the client that I've got for this project's for these gears. This is for a local school, and they're doing a production of Wonka, one of the kind of the scaled down version of Wonka, and they need some gears for the factory scene. They also need it for the kind of the decoration. I was originally going to go with a 2-inch insulation because it's thicker. We wanted it to look more, like a big thick gear, but I decided to go with 1 inch because it was a lot cheaper, more cost effective. It's a perfect material. It's really lightweight. Once they paint it up, it's going to look super industrial and like real metal. So it's a pretty cool thing. It'll be a great decoration, good addition to the show, and it's a pretty simple project. I believe we have 8 4-foot gears, and we have some small ones and this and that. And they wanted some to look kind of real and like they were legitimately gears that could work if they were real metal. And they wanted some that kind of looked a little more cartoonish and like, they were kind of drawn. One of the things that I love about this particular router is the fact that it's got a vacuum table built into it. It's just unbelievable how convenient it is to be able to just turn it on and whatever you're cutting just doesn't move because it's just stuck to the table. It's really great. Now, it can be a bit of a headache if the table's not surfaced properly, or if you're cutting a smaller piece or really fine details, or you're using an up bit on certain things, it doesn't hold as well as other methods. So it kind of depends on what you're doing and what you're cutting, but all in all, it's just unbelievable. It works really well. Well, one of the problems I was just having, I was measuring the depth. I did a touch top on the material so I could know exactly, and I know that the material is exactly 1 inch thick. I measured it. And then I turned the machine on and it wasn't cutting all the way through the material. It was barely, not quite cutting through. Try this again. This doesn't work. I'm not sure what to do. I did it again, lowered the bit a little bit. Still wasn't quite cutting through, so I lowered it again a little bit. And I'm going below the surface of the material, making sure that I'm doing it. Still, it's like I'm taking crazy. Turns out I needed the vacuum on because what was happening is the material had bent upwards slightly. This is kind of a bendable, pliable material a little bit, and it was kind of bent upwards, and there was a gap beneath it. So I might have been going down below the surface of the material, but I had to turn the vacuum on to suck it to the table so that I could then get a more accurate measure on the top. Once we did that, it worked great, so no issues. But it's little things like that are an annoyance, and I knew better. I just forgot about it. I should have known.